to put out messages of hope and light and love and kindness. I believe when we do this, we're keeping the lights on here on this planet. It's a dark place, but I fear not because I know who I am, because of whose I am.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cheryl Crisp from Movieguide, and this is Coffee and Conversation with Karen Abercrombie. You are starring in a new inspirational TV drama called These Stones. It's kicking off right now on Up Faith and Family. Tell us about it.
Oh, it is a wonderful, wonderful series called These Stones. And it's uplifting, inspirational, and it casts a wide net. And it is the type of project that the entire family can sit together and watch at the same time. I am playing the role of Miriam, sister to Moses, sister to Aaron. And you have never seen anything on television like this. It's exciting and it's fresh. And it's a wonderful way to get the word out into the world.
Absolutely. I love how the show really focuses on the Bible. How can these historical, true characters from the past still be relevant to us here today in the present?
Because we're all the same. We always have been the ups and downs, the trials, the tribulations, those things that trip us up. Uh, People in Bible times had to deal with them, and we're dealing with them right now.
This show really tackles some real life issues with inspirational messages. Can you talk about that?
Yes, we've got situations that the audience can relate to. Um, Death, losing someone. That's something that we all will experience one way or another. Um, People being lost along the journey, something that we all experience along the journey. So everyone viewing the series will see someone who reminds them of them or someone that they know. Or there'll be a few characters that remind these people of themselves. And just to watch how they choose to go through whatever the situation is at the time is quite wonderful and definitely a teaching moments, a lot of teaching moments.
How does your personal faith influence your professional career and what you put out in the world?
Oh, once I really gave my life to the Lord, I there were just roles that I could not do. And there have been times when I could really use a paycheck, but I have to say no, and trust that the Lord will send something else, open up another door somewhere for me to go through. I don't want to use anything that He has given me on something that's dark or trashy or whatnot. The gifts He's given me, they're to bring light, they're to bring hope, and that is what I want to do. Period. So I've made my choice, and that is the choice that I have made. And it wasn't always easy to do as I'm doing now, but those are the choices that I'm making and grateful for it. And then I watch how He blesses me on so many levels in so many ways, all the details. And I am blown away by His grace and His patience.
Karen, my favorite role of you is Miss Clara from War Room. I absolutely love it, like so many other people. And you come back in the Forge as Miss Clara. Tell
Yes,
us about that.
you do. It was wonderful to get back with some of the old team from war room. And I love working with the Kendrick brothers. They are who they present themselves as being. And that's refreshing too. Working with them strengthens my walk because it's night and day from a lot of the sets that I may go to outside of faith-based and even some of the faith-based projects. Things are happening that maybe shouldn't be happening, but anytime I can work with the Kendrick brothers, oh, it's good. And the it's like you're working on good, fertilized, nutritious soil. And so the space then becomes one where the spirit is everywhere. And so the work uh proves itself to be just that, spirit filled, beautiful, lovely, honored, and honorable. Yeah.
That's so true.
Mm.
Why is it important that movies are put out that not only entertain, but also inspire us?
Many times, just watching a movie where you see a character going through something you've gone through and you see how they are reacting, how they are dealing with it, that you don't have to repay anger with anger or violence with violence, but God's way is a light that we pour back out. His way is the way. And when we do it that way, then the outcome is completely different than what we thought it would be or how it could have been. And to put out messages of hope and light and love and kindness. I believe when we do this, we're keeping the lights on here on this planet. It's a dark place, but I fear not because I know who I am, because of whose I am. And so using the gifts that God has given me, the opportunity to pour that back out and hopefully touch someone, to lift someone up. How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that?
Karen, the Forge is about mentorship. And in closing, what message would you like to share about mentoring the younger generation and giving them hope?
The younger generation, they are our future. And I believe that it has been strategy from the dark one to separate us. We've got so much to give to them. And funnily enough, they've got a lot to give to us. But because there's been this great divide, there's fear on both sides. But we have to step up, step out, and reach out your hand. It can be just one child at a time or one community center at a time. They're so desperately in need of what God has filled us to overflowing, those things that we should be pouring out. So let us, even as believers, not believe that because we are older, that we are no longer of any value. It's the opposite. Because we are older, we've experienced so much more. So we can talk to them about what God has brought us through. And if he's done that for us, then he'll do it for them. They just need someone to tell them that. And even the gifts that God has given them, that when we unite with them, then we can help them to shape those things that the dark forces want to use for darkness. And it doesn't take money, just some time and some prayer for wisdom and the strength to go and knock on that door. And once you do that, God meets you. He'll lead you, and he'll be there with you during the whole time. And you'll better get to know him as Father, because he chose you to do this, to work with this individual who will then do this. And we may never know what our words of kindness, our time has meant to them. But God does. So let us deliver those things that God has given us. Let's deliver them and place them inside these lives that are so empty and desperate and thirsty and hungry, and make the difference. It doesn't have to be hard. When they know that you are genuine, that's when they open up. No hypocrisy. You don't want to take advantage of them. The authenticity, let that light so shine before men. And when they see it, when they experience it, that God in you, then they'll want to thank the one who equipped you, who sent you to them.
Yeah. Wow, Karen, I feel like talking with you is like going to a revival. I love it. Is there anything else you want to add today?
I just want to say that I'm grateful to be a part of this beautifully written project, These Stones. Cheryl McKay, her heart is on fire for God and for the youth and for our society at large. And this net cheese casting is a wide one, brilliantly written, strategically written, and lives will be changed. They will be changed for the better. Yeah. So I'm grateful.
If you enjoy videos that follow your values like ours, and you want to help us continue, go to movieguide.org/donate, because we're actually a nonprofit. You may not know that, but we're working in Hollywood every day to help families have more choices that follows their values. And also subscribe right now.